The 40-man death oath. 40 men, one oath, no food, no water, until Paul was dead. Let that land for a moment. This wasn't a heated argument that spilled into a threat. This wasn't one angry man making a promise he didn't intend to keep. Acts 23:12 says, "When it was day, the Jews made a plot and bound themselves by an oath neither to eat nor drink till they had killed Paul. 40 of them together, first thing in the morning, with the same cold deliberateness of men who had already made their decision the night before and slept on it." And then, this is the detail that reveals exactly how organized this operation was, they didn't stop at the oath. Acts 23:14 records that they immediately went to the chief priests and elders and said, "We have strictly bound ourselves by an oath to taste no food till we have killed Paul." They brought the religious leadership into it. They built institutional cover around a private assassination pact, and then they constructed the logistics. Acts 23:15 says they asked the authorities to request another hearing with Paul before the commander so that they could ambush and kill him on the way down. This wasn't a mob acting on impulse. This was a coordinated, multi-institutional assassination operation with a sworn pact as its foundation, religious authority as its cover, and a military escort as its unknowing delivery mechanism. Every layer had been thought through. Every angle had been covered. The trap was constructed to be airtight, and it unraveled because of one person nobody had accounted for. Acts 23:16 says, "Now the son of Paul's sister heard of their ambush, so he went and entered the barracks and told Paul." A young man, Paul's nephew, who happened to overhear the right conversation at the right moment, and Paul immediately called one of the centurions, sent the young man to the commander, and by nightfall, Acts 23:23 records that the commander had arranged an escort of 200 soldiers, 70 horsemen, and 200 spearmen to move Paul safely out of Jerusalem. 40 men bound by a death oath backed by the Sanhedrin, outmaneuvered by a teenager who overheard a conversation. The early church didn't survive because its enemies were disorganized or uncommitted. Acts 23 shows us they were neither. It survived because every time a door was shut against it, God had already positioned the answer inside the problem. A young man in the right place at the right moment, overhearing the right conversation, and no oath constructed in darkness has ever outlasted what God has authorized in the light.